You're such an asshole.
Asshole Consulting, how you kids doing? I'm going to do, this gentleman was kind enough to abbreviate our conversation into one succinct paragraph, so I'll save both him and me time, because I did have some questions, but I'll succinctify it here. Hey Aaron, thank you for making these videos. It really helped the 19-year-old me. I was going to nursing school and hated it when I went because it's what society teachers and my mom said I had to do. Go to college. After realizing I couldn't even afford it, I left and looked into the trades. I chose to become an electrician, and after years of doing commercial and residential work, I'm now a journeyman electrician. In 2 more years, I could test for my master's license. My question is, after I get my master's license, what should I do? I can either become self-employed and deal with everything good and bad that comes with running a business, or I can stay an employee, get a pay bump, and still be home for dinner every night. Should I take business classes before becoming my own boss? Should I stay an employee and maybe just do side jobs for extra cash, or learn something else like welding? Why didn't my fucking teachers push the trades on me earlier before I spent thousands of dollars in college? Thank you, because if you look at your teachers, you will find out they are idiots. I'm not kidding. Education majors are some of the lowest IQ majors. You can look that up. This is not up for debate. And then also add to the fact that most people who major in education are lazy and have never worked outside. They have never stepped since five. They have never left the education system. They have never set foot in the real world. They don't know what is out there. They don't. I are smart though, because I have a master's in education. All right. So we did go back and forth. I said, well, okay, if you worked as a master electrician, would there be any subfields, working on oil rigs, working underwater, some kind of specialty niche field where you could get further experience working as a master electrician, develop a skill in that niche, and then you could command buku bucks? And you say, yeah, there's a couple places, blah, blah, blah. So that is still what I'm going to recommend that you do. Yes, become a master electrician, but I would not go into business for yourself just yet. I would go study, find out where they are paying the most amount of money, what type of sub skill set within being an electrician pays the most. So I don't know what that is. I use the analogy with underwater stuff, because underwater welding is huge. Like if you can do, because you gotta learn scuba, and then you gotta be a welder, and you gotta do it underwater. I'm like, holy shit, what the, whoa. You know, so that's something to consider. There must be something similar to that, like, okay, we're going to ship you out to oil rigs in the Gulf Coast, or we're going to have you go on cruise liners, or we're going to have you something. I don't know what. There's got to be something out there. Talk to people. Go read the journals. Find out where there's an obscure place for an obscure electrical skill. And I would go and learn that stuff. Or maybe learn 2 or 3 skills. Somewhere like, oh yeah, that's Bob. Bob works on, he's the guy in the nation. You know, there's a guy, like when I want to get snakeskin boots made. Actually, I'm wearing them right now. Look at that. See, snakeskin boots. Party boots. And a few snack crackers. 20 cents to whoever knows where that song is from without looking it up. It's like, yeah, there's one guy in the country that makes snakeskin boots. And I don't even think the guy's alive anymore. Now you got to go to Mexico because Americans fucking suck. All right. You want to be that guy. Whatever this high demand niche thing is, I mean, you're going to make a fine wage as it is right now. But I would say before you go into business for yourself, you get this niche. So you can do basic residential, commercial, and industrial. But then, oh, you got this. So you go tutelage under that guy for a little bit. Hopefully he's old, about to retire and die off or whatever. But even without that, I would still go work a little bit at the master's level, develop some more maybe common skills that may, or not common, skills that are not as obscure where you're the one guy in the country, but oh yeah, you got to go a specialist. Like, oh yeah, you need him. You need him. He's our guy in the county. Yeah, the county, everybody goes to him. All right? Get that skill, get a couple more years, save up your money, and then do exactly what you recommended here. Don't take business classes. I wouldn't take business classes. Just study business online for free. All right? Learn accounting. That's your number one thing. And you don't even have to learn the accounting cycle. I'm going to tell you what you need to learn. You need how to learn how to read an income statement and how to read a balance sheet. Read. What you need to put together is an income statement. All right, and then you learn about LLCs versus S corps. If you got questions about that, contact me, but we'll just have you contact Chad Elkins. He'll set it up for you because there's reasons. But this is 2-3 years down the road once you get a little bit more work and you're ready to go into business for yourself. But the key business skill is accounting. All right, so you know how much you're making and how much you're losing, how to categorize different expenses, what different expenses need, the difference between cost of goods sold versus selling general administrative. And then it wouldn't hurt for you to learn the difference between, or not even the difference, but why you set up an LLC, like a separate legal entity, namely so you can't get sued. Only your entity gets sued, but then you have an S corp that owns the LLC so that you don't have to pay as much in self-employment tax and all these other tricks that accountants do. But for now, it is accounting. And so there is reading the income statement and the balance sheet. There's learning how to put together an income statement. But then for you as an entrepreneur, I would learn how to use QuickBooks. You don't even have to learn QuickBooks. You can do it in Microsoft Excel. Unless you're going to start making over $250,000 a year in profit. At which time then maybe you ought to think about hiring an accountant. If you use QuickBooks or you just, you know to set up, get a credit card that's for a company, that credit card will categorize the expenses for you. And then simply saving your receipts and having an accounting system in place. How to invoice your employees. How to do accounts receivable. How to do accounts payable. I don't have accounts payable. You want to know why? Because I don't want to deal with it. I just pay cash. All the day. There you go. Boop, 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 bye. All right. So I suggest you have a very lean and efficient machine of a business. All right. So you can focus on being an electrician. But that's what you got to learn. Marketing, common sense, maybe a little bit of legal stuff would help. I wouldn't pay a red cent to any one of these cocksuckers in America's education system. I mean, you thought you didn't learn shit from your teachers before. You're not going to learn shit from them now. And sure as hell shouldn't be paying them $100 a credit to learn at a business school. Go online and learn. And don't dare take any general business management classes. Accounting. That's what accounting. That's what it is. And accounting for business. When you maybe pick up a book because they're going to do accounting 101, payroll, receivables, healthcare. Accounting for business. And that's what I would do, is learn a little bit about that along the way. Maybe read some industrial trade publications like Electricians Quarterly, whatever the publication, and read through that. Front to back, figure out what your industry is like, and then you'll start to feel, I should probably learn this, I should go over here, this is happening, or that trend. That's going to prepare you very well for creating a business in a niche that's growing, hopefully, as well. But in the meantime, I think you need a little bit more feet getting wet, getting your money, learn a great skill that you could charge a lot for, and then pick up some business skills on the side. And if you do it right, you'll have your own business, and you'll still make it home for dinner. You will. If you do it right, you'll say, you know what? I don't work Friday, Saturday, or Sundays. I have a 3-day weekend. And you will have to reject work. If you do it right, you will be turning down clients because you don't need the money and your time is more valuable than your money. That's the goal you want to get to. Or you're so successful that you start hiring other people to work under you. And then you just sit and go fish. And say, I used to do that electrician stuff. Now I just cast my fishing pole. Woo! Not that you'd be from the South. All right, questions, answers, assoconsulting.com. Check out the book, Bachelor Economics. There's an entire section on running your own business and how to read financial statements. It's worth it. What else? Check out the Clarity Podcast, the Older Brother Podcast, and down below is the link to my Amazon affiliate program. You can click on it and buy crap, and I get 7% of the cut, and you don't pay anything extra, and that's how you can support Cappy if you didn't love him enough. All right, we'll see you later. Toodles.